मीटिंग में ना देखो साउंड नहीं, देखो इसमें कई लोग चैट में लिखे हैं। हाँ तो और भी लिखो अनेबल टू हियर, अनेबल टू हियर, देयर इज नो साउंड। मैडम आवाज ही नहीं आती।
We are just going to define recap the today's topic what you already know our science. I am teaching for the rest. Yes, he allowed the rest. And we are just going to have some fun with you. Everyone, so happy to be here. So, good morning, sir. Welcome. Sir is here with us, and I would like to welcome sir and
Mansi from evenhappy.in. Now we're starting with the introduction of chapter number 5. The name of the chapter is Understanding Elementary Shapes. So this means chapter के name से हमें पता चल रहा है कि हम यहाँ पे इस chapter में shapes discuss करेंगे. Basic shape, triangle, angles, coordinators, ये सब हम shapes इस chapter में डिस्कस करेंगे. So this is a इंट्रोडक्शन वीडियो जिसके अंदर हम इस चैप्टर के कंसेप्ट्स और टॉपिक्स को पहले से डिस्कस कर लेंगे ताकि जब हम एक्सरसाइजेस के क्वेश्चंस करें तो हमें ऑलरेडी कंसेप्ट्स क्लियर हो. ओके, सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. नाउ आवर फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज लाइन सेगमेंट. लाइन सेगमेंट क्या होता है ये हम सबको पता है. अगर यहाँ पे मैं एक लाइन ड्रॉ करती हूँ एंड उसके एंड पॉइंट्स जो है फिक्स है, एक्सटेंड नहीं हो सकती. मीन जैसे मान लो ये 5 सेंटीमीटर की है तो 5 सेंटीमीटर की लाइन एक सेगमेंट होगी बिकॉज उसकी एंड पॉइंट फिक्स होगी. इवन इफ अगर आप इसे यहाँ से स्टार्ट करते हो तो ये 5 सेंटीमीटर होने के बाद खत्म हो जाएगी. लाइन की तरह नहीं जो दोनों साइड से एक्सटेंड होकर है. जब हम लाइन की बात करते हैं तो वो इस तरह से होती है, उसकी एंड में एरोज होते हैं, आगे एक्सटेंड हो सकती है. So line segment is something जिसके हमारे end points fix होते हैं. ओके, अब बात करते हैं इसके मेजरमेंट की कि क्या क्या तरीके होते हैं आपके पास लाइन सेगमेंट को मेजर करने के. सो line segment. Now the first one we have is by observation. Observation से कैसे, मतलब कि सिर्फ देख के. अब मान लो मैं यहाँ पे 2 लाइन सेगमेंट ड्रॉ कर रही हूँ लाइक दिस एंड लाइक दिस. तो क्या आप इन लाइन सेगमेंट्स को देख के बता सकते हो कि कौन सी लाइन सेगमेंट बड़ी होगी? सो ऑब्वियसली वी कैन क्लियरली सी दैट दिस लाइन सेगमेंट इज ग्रेटर देन दिस वन. सो दिस इज बाय ऑब्जर्वेशन के हमने देख के बता दिया कि हाँ कौन सी लाइन सेगमेंट बड़ी है. बट इसमें ड्रॉबैक क्या है, प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि जब आपके पास जैसे ये लाइन सेगमेंट है और जो दूसरी लाइन सेगमेंट है वो मान लो ये है, ठीक है. अब ये दोनों इक्वल नहीं है, ये मैं आपको बता रही हूँ. बट जब हम इसे देखेंगे तो माइनर सा डिफरेंस हम नहीं बता सकते कि इक्वल है या नहीं, या क्या डिफरेंस है, क्यों कौन सी छोटी है बड़ी है. दैट इज बिकॉज कि अगर एक हल्के से पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है तो वो बाय ऑब्जर्वेशन नहीं हो सकता. नाउ द नेक्स्ट मेथड विल बी by tracing. अब ट्रेसिंग में हम क्या करते हैं, लेट्स सपोज अगेन लेट्स टेक 2 लाइन सेगमेंट्स. आप क्या करोगे, यू यूज अ ट्रेसिंग पेपर एंड एक लाइन सेगमेंट को हम ट्रेसिंग पेपर पे ट्रेस कर लेंगे. अब उस ट्रेसिंग पेपर को हम दूसरी लाइन सेगमेंट के ऊपर प्लेस करेंगे. अब देखो अगर ट्रेसिंग पेपर पे आपने इतनी लाइन सेगमेंट बनाई है तो जब आप इस पे प्लेस करोगे तो पता चल जाएगा कि उसका एंड पॉइंट कहीं यहाँ पे आ रहा है. सो मीन्स अगर तो एंड पॉइंट इस पे आ रहे हैं, मतलब कि जो लाइन सेगमेंट हमने ट्रेस करी है वो छोटी है. अगर वो लाइन आगे को जा रही है मींस जो लाइन सेगमेंट ट्रेस कर रहे हो वो ग्रेटर है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज बाय द हेल्प ऑफ ट्रेसिंग पेपर. ठीक है, अब इसमें भी बहुत झंझट है. पहले आपको ट्रेसिंग पेपर चाहिए, उससे ट्रेस करोगे तो वो एक लेंथी प्रोसेस हो गया. नाउ द बेसिक एंड द वेरी इजी वन इज यूजिंग अ रूलर एंड डिवाइडर. अब डिवाइडर भी हम यहाँ पे समझ रहे हैं, बट जब हम यूजली किसी भी लाइन सेगमेंट को मेजर करते हैं तो हम डायरेक्ट रूलर से मेजर कर लेते हैं. सो रूलर से मेजर करना ऑब्वियसली हम सबको आता है, ये हमें लाइन सेगमेंट दी हुई है, वी ब्रिंग अ स्केल एंड देन यहाँ पे 0 पे प्लेस करेंगे एंड देखेंगे कि ये लाइन सेगमेंट कहाँ तक जा रही है। उसमें क्या होता है, अगर हल्का सा भी पॉइंट है, जैसे 4.2 है, तो 0.2 भी आपको पता चलेगा एंड ऑल्सो आपको एक मेजरमेंट मिलेगा, एक नंबर मिलेगा। ऑब्जर्वेशन और ट्रेसिंग में आप ये तो बता सकते हो कौन सी बड़ी है कौन सी छोटी है, लेकिन ये नहीं बता सकते कि कौन सी कितने सेंटीमीटर की है, राइट। सो एक तो हमें रूलर और डिवाइडर की हेल्प से एक्यूरेट मेजरमेंट मिलेगा, ऑल्सो एक नंबर भी मिलेगा कि वो कितने सेंटीमीटर की है, राइट। सो रूलर से मेजर करना हम सबको आता है, डिवाइडर की हेल्प से मेजर कैसे करते हैं। डिवाइडर इज लाइक जिसकी जैसे कंपास होता है सेम उसी तरह, बट कंपास में हमारे पास एक पेंसिल के लिए होल होता है, लेकिन इसमें आपके पास दोनों तरफ पॉइंटर होता है। सो आप अपनी डिवाइडर की जो निडल है, एक निडल को इस पॉइंट पे प्लेस करोगे, एक निडल को इस पॉइंट पे, मतलब यहाँ प्लेस करने के बाद डिवाइडर को ओपन करोगे इस पॉइंट तक, तो वो आपका डिवाइडर ओपन हो जाएगा। जितना ओपन हुआ है वही सेम आप ले जाकर एक रूलर के ऊपर 0 पे निडल प्लेस करोगे फर्स्ट, डिवाइडर उतना ही ओपन रखना है एंड देन डिवाइडर कहां तक जा रहा है उतना सेंटीमीटर की लाइन सेगमेंट होगी। Okay, so this is how we use a divider and ruler to measure line segments. Okay, so this was about line segment and measuring them. Let's come to the next topic. Now coming to the next topic. So the next topic we have is angles. अब angles हमारे पास बहुत ही बड़ा टॉपिक है। Why? Because angles के अंदर बहुत सारे angles आते हैं measure के according, या फिर हमारे पास डिग्रीज क्या क्या है, एक ऐसी शेप्स है उनके अकॉर्डिंग हमारे पास बहुत सारे एंगल्स है। बट अभी हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं बेसिक 3 एंगल्स से, विच इज राइट एंगल, कंप्लीट एंगल एंड अ स्ट्रेट एंगल। अब ये एंगल्स क्या क्या होते हैं, इनमें क्या डिफरेंस है, लेट्स सी। सबसे पहले लेट्स टॉक अबाउट राइट एंगल। सो राइट एंगल हमारा होता है 90 डिग्री का एंगल। मतलब कि अगर आपके पास ये लाइन सेगमेंट है एंड इस पे आप 90 डिग्री का एक एंगल बनाते हो विच विल बी स्ट्रेट इस तरह से इसके ऊपर, सो ये एंगल 90 डिग्री का है, या हम बोल सकते हैं इट्स अ राइट एंगल। ओके, नेक्स्ट हमारे पास है स्ट्रेट एंगल।
के पीछे कोई वीडियो चल रही है।
होता है राइट एंगल का डबल, मतलब 90 प्लस 90 180, राइट। और इसकी जो शेप होती है स्ट्रेट लाइन, जैसे ये अगर लाइन सेगमेंट है तो यहाँ से ये पूरा एंगल इज 180 डिग्री, राइट। अब देख, अगर मैं यहाँ
So I want teachers to please tell me. What are the benefits when we teach Vedic math in our classrooms?
अभी आवाज नहीं बंद हो गई ना।
Yes.
Lower.
So it's all benefits and we have discussed. These are mathematical operations. Simple methods make understanding and
Recording on है ना?
of complex situations simple. Concentration encourages students to practice mathematical builds focus. This is very important to create this. Enhances logical thinking. To help in developing a strong foundation for advanced mathematical concepts. So this base, so when we are telling them and teaching them Vedic maths during our primary classes, we are preparing them for advanced classes as well. To promote enjoyable learning also. So time for learning sutras. Are we ready, teachers?
They already know it.
So next,
Multiplication of numbers by 11.
you know, this is one very interesting trick which we teach our kids. You know, how do you remember this trick? I want to know that.
Oh, nice.
That's a good number. So can anyone tell me please, what is it? And how to solve this? So ma'am, the question says 43 is to be multiplied by 11. So at the first place we will write 4 and then at the end we will write 3 and in between we will write the sum of 4 and 3. 4 plus 3 that is 7. So what I teach my kid, I tell them leg with the number. You stretch the extreme number 4 to the left side, extreme number 3 to the right side. if you are multiplying the two-digit number by 11, you will get a three-digit answer. And when you multiply the four-digit number, you will get a five-digit answer. So just like that, when we start, you have to add to get the number which comes in the second. So 4 plus 3, 7. The answer is 73. Similarly, we can solve more such questions. So for example, now the number is 48 times 11. You are going to stretch the legs 4 and some number in the middle and then 8. Then when you have 4 and 8, you have to get the number 12. But as I told you, you can only have 3 digits. Your answer can be of 3 digits. So one is the 4, the other is the number 8. What is the number going to be? I have 12. And then one will go and carry over to the next number, which is 4. Answer will become 528. So, we are going to give you a few A4 sheets in case you need. Otherwise, we would request you to do it mentally. We all can do it. I'll just do it. Here are a few questions for you. Thank you so much, sir. See, in time 11. Let's see which group answers it faster. Yeah. Okay, the next number, 7 in the 11. Now, here it is. So you can multiply 3 with 4-digit numbers like that. So for example, you have to multiply 321 by 11. You of course going to stretch the legs and write 3 and 1 in the extreme ends. Add 2 and 1 to get 3. Yeah, 3, 5, 3, 1. Any doubts? Anyone? Okay. So let's see some next. Wait. Okay. Why did the mathematics why did the mathematics keep follow?
So many are absent.
Anyone? I heard someone say roots. It don't have square. Because it has no. So thank for the activity. We will be doing some activities in which Vedic math so it doesn't get boring. So the first activity is presenting fractions, decimal numbers and grid. You know, making a relationship between fractions, decimals, percentages is very important. Why? First of all, when when you make a relationship, between fractions and decimals, then you get a feeling that okay, fractions I know. So that's what that the moment decimal is fail, okay, decimal. So it's a very interesting activity to relate fractions with decimals and similarly you can do with percentages also in class 5. So you can take square roots, you can present 1/4 as 0.25 when you present 1/4 on a square root. You can show it 12 square root, which gives you 25 fractions are 0.25 decimals. Similarly, they can represent half, they can represent 3/4. So this will develop a good understanding of the relationship of mathematical concepts. Similarly, fraction tiles can be made. The way we make fraction tiles in our classrooms, we can make decimal tiles as well. We can tell them, okay, now in place of 0.5, what other tiles can I use along with 0.5 to make 1/4? So they can say, okay, I can create tiles of 0.1 or 0.25 or 0.20. So they can say how many tiles of 0.20 will together make 0.5. Will they make or not? How many tiles of 0.25 will make 0.50? Similarly, you can ask them, such questions, and it's an interesting way to develop the understanding to, create that strong foundation. So, this is one very interesting. Okay, I hope you all know about the place values. So, children generally get confused in between place and place value. You ask them to find the place value, they will tell you place. You ask them the place, they will tell you place value. And even place value. And most of the times, when you teach them decimals, here comes the difficulty. generally children make spelling errors. They will write hundreds without a T. Sometimes they just write 100. They forget about TH. Now, and later they, they realize that hundreds are there before the decimal, hundreds come before the decimal, and hundreds come after the decimal. So, there is one short game, one short quiz on. I'll be sharing the link with you. You all are there in the group. And I share the link there. Otherwise, you can type the link in your browser. And let's play that game. Today, what here is where we're asking you questions in the inbox and share it. And share it. Otherwise, you just type the short URL, so the game will be there. And share. Amity Math Group, I'll share there. The link is there. Those who are not part of that group can directly just type this link and the game will start. We'll start game. We'll start here is where. So which right the decimal number is presented by the shaded area. Okay. Maybe the questions have been shuffled. Okay, so we wait for you to the solution. You want to push it. The link is in Manchester. Yes, ma'am. Just type this URL and share it. She will share it on WhatsApp or phone. I think we'll finish it for I will be yes, ma'am. Perfect. Perfect. So such games you can play in your classroom with your kids. You can share the link with them over Teams or the internet and they can download which website. Which I just if I know it.com. I know it.com is. especially online classes and such games and
Which chart is this one?
I know it all. Ah.
All right, let's move further.
All right, teachers. So what's interesting? Yes. Joke for you. How can you make time fly?
How can you make time fly? It's 4 o'clock out here. No.
Yes. So starting to super two teachers. So let's see where we use this trick. So this trick which we are going to learn, there are some preconditions for the trick. So just let's see the digit of unit one's place is 5. The digit that takes place is same in both the numbers. These are the two preconditions where we can use this trick. So with this trick, you will be able to solve the following problems in just a few seconds. So just
You can find square of any number ending with 5 using this.
so 45 multiplied with 45, 55 multiplied with 55, we can easily solve. So let's see. 15 times 5, 15 times 15. So the first precondition is that in units place the 5 is there. Okay? So how we have to solve this? 5 multiplied by 5. What is the answer? 25. Then 1 plus 1 is 2. We will multiply 1 by 2.
We have to find the successor of that number, multiply the successor of the number at the tens place with that number.
So get the answer. I repeat. We will first multiply the units and then we will add the successor at the tens place and then we will multiply it with the tens place and we get the answer. So let's try this.
35, yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Very quick. Perfect.
Why were you fraction skeptical about marrying the decimal?
Oh, this is interesting.
Why is this wrong?
Yes.
You know what? Decimal had a point.
Decimal had a point.
10 to marry.
Yeah. Conversion is a problem.
Again, so when we talk about conversion, let's get back to decimal. There's one more activity based on decimal. Children generally get, when you give them a question of multiplying or dividing a number, a decimal number by 10, 100,000, they tend to multiply it both ways. And I think when, the most intelligent kids of my class do it too. There is a trick to it. Generally, what we do, that if you are multiplying a decimal number by 10, 100,000 or a number like that, we move the decimal to the right. When we multiply, we move the decimal to the right. And when we divide, we move the decimal to the left. But again, kids are kids, they forget when to go left, when to go right. So we have developed a trick for you. And that trick is Mr. David Lee, or you can say Mr. DL. Mr. is the M stands for multiply, R stands for right. So when you multiply, you have to make the decimal jump to the right side. And when you divide, David D. D stands for divide, L stands for left. So when you divide, when you are dividing a decimal number by 10, 100,000 number, digits there are after the decimal, you have to take those many jumps to the left. So, for example, you are multiplying 87.6500. 100 has two zeros. The number of zeros in the number 100 or 10, whatever it is, the number of zeros will be equal to the number of jumps. So, and multiply In multiplying, we'll go to the right, and by dividing, we'll go to the left. So 87.6 multiplied by 100, you're going to take the decimal jumps to the right. You're going to take 2 jumps to the right and you're going to drop the decimal there. So the answer will be 8760. Similarly, 3.14 into 100, you have to multiply, you're multiplying 100. So 2 zeros here, you're going to take the decimal to the right side and you're going to throw the decimal here, drop the decimal here. I tell my kids drop the bomb here. So when you drop the bomb here, the decimal comes here. So it will be 314.0 or 314. Similarly, when you're dividing a number by 100, you're taking the decimal 2 jumps to the left. When you are dividing a number by 1000, taking the decimal 3 jumps to the left. So that's one very interesting trick which children teach your kids. They're never going to forget it. Why do you tell us the things? Anything else? Okay.
Time for activity features.
Okay, so we are going to use the airing box again. And we'll be selecting 6 modules. They could be from any book. One concept related to maths will be given to them. We tell them a concept. They have to make it chain. The other person, so the 6 people who are there, we'll be giving one maths concept to a person, to the first person. The second person will have to say a word related to that particular concept. So if I say addition, the other person will say sum. The next person will say total. The third person will say added. The fourth person will say some other word related to that concept. So let's start.
So the first one is right angle Richarlison. Please come on. Symmetrical clear. Triplama. Radiant Ritika ma'am. Derivative Divanshi ma'am. Divide 455161. Yes, you have. I'll write it. 5. That's okay. 5 is time.
The first word, the concept is multiply.
So you can say any one word related to multiply.
Multiplication.
Multiplication.
Like that.
Multiply is okay.
Symbol of multiplication.
And number since. Okay, number 10. Anything else for division addition?
Addition. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah. Did you call it one more group? Hexagon 30. The quadrant Bhakta, millionaire Bhakta. Math for Martin. And the analytical Angela. Units Usha. Second.
Ma'am.
Percentage.
Symbol of percentage, decimal, divide by 100. 90%. Okay. Higher 98%. Okay.
So you can give that scale to your children so they are going to solve it.
So that we can give them learn the related vocabulary on
Okay, teacher, it's time for next sutra. So in this trick, you will be able to solve the following numbers in just a few seconds. Just look at the numbers: 16 into 14, 27 into 23, 32 into 38, 41 into 49, 54 into 56, 63 into 67, 79 into 71. Can you see anything? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. And the digits are similar in both. Yes. So 6 plus 4 is 10.
Krishna, something from Navi
2
Mumbai.
plus 8 is 10.
Navi Mumbai.
So here when we use this trick, we have already analyzed the condition. So 16 times 14. Now this is very much similar to figure number 2, in which we learn how to find squares with numbers ending with. So first we multiply the numbers given at the ones place. 4 times 6 is 24. Then again you have to find the same trick. Number ones place. So the success you have to multiply the dash with the number given at the tens place. 2 times 1 is 2. So let's see. Step 1, multiply the digits at ones place. So 6 times 4 is 24. We have already looked at that. Then digit in tens place are 1. So multiply digits, successor of 1. So 1 into 2 will be 2. So the answer is 224. 7 times 23. 621. 621. Yes, that's correct. Very good. 6 times 31. 6 times 44. 40. Correct. I had 10 chocolate bars, 8, 9. What do I have now? I taste chocolate bar. 8, 9. Okay. So, you all have to make it. And once, we teach you how to make paper planes, in case you got forgotten. We'll be flying our paper planes in this room. And what you need to do is, there is a condition. You have to write one mental math question on it. You're going to fly it. Whatever plane you get, you have to answer that question. So we'll be showing you how to make a paper plane in case you have forgotten. A4 sheets are there on your table. Let's get to it. Everyone's made. You have therefore I made the main trying to find. Yeah. Have them happy. Yeah, waiting. But having a thank you to the she doesn't I think my how many Yes, that is enough. Char. अच्छा मधुलिका मैम नहीं है नो है मधु मैम Thank you, ma'am. I hope yeah, ma'am. Wonderful. We are making these paper planes for the next activity. It's our next activity. Paper plane with the mathematics. Tomorrow, that's and how many of you were there? We also from last night. So we have and we have a picture. Can you ask questions on the paper planes? Ma'am, thank you. Special moment. Ma'am, I will. Okay, I'll make a mistake. Let's fly a paper plane. You know, you have to catch one paper plane and then we'll be answering the question. Let's start. Okay. Question. Alright. So, let's start from here. Sum of the largest and smallest prime number between 1 and 100. The smallest number is 2 and the largest one is 97. Sum is 99. Number. Amazing. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Let's look at the square of 35 and square of 25. Square of 25. So square of 35 is 1225 and square of 25 is 625. The difference is 600. Five cats plus 9 octopus. Legs. You have to count the number of legs. Answer is 92. That is very important. Anyone else? Yes. 1,370 multiplied by 11. So it's 25,480. So we can use this very playful activity in our classroom. First of all, you are going to get all the attention of the children while they make a paper. Or they will be such activity. And they will have to create their own memory math question. That is another important, another interesting thing which children are going to enjoy. They are going to love it since they are in charge of framing the question. And then when you're flying with them, without catching the others aeroplanes and you are going to have a fun class. Yeah. So time to the next sutra, sutra number 4. The precondition here is that you can find the square of using this trick. You can find the square of numbers between 30 to 60. So it has a precondition. Let's see what the trick is. Only problem, I'll teach it like that. So, this example is 46. How to take the base 15. How can I write 46 with the base 15? The addition of the fraction. 50 minus 4. So, I'll teach it here. Square of 46. You can write 46 as 50 minus 4. Now what you have to do, you have to find the square of this number. Square of 4 is 16. The last digits will be the square of this number. So in case the number here is 1. So you will write 0, 1 as the square. You have to use those two digits. Now what you do to find the half of this number, half of 50 is 25, and you subtract this number from 25 minus 4, and that's your answer. Similarly, 48 can be written as 50 minus 2. 50 can be written as 50 plus 4. Can we try this this trick? You all have rough papers in case you wish to do some written work. 48. I'll do one addition one with you. 53. Square of 53. It can be written as 50 plus 3 ka square. Now square of 3 is 9. As I told you, you have to use the last 2 digits to write the square of this number. So write 9, you have to write 0 down. Now half of 50, 25. This time, since I'm adding 3 here, so I have to add 3 to the half of 25. That is 28. So the square of 53 is 809. So let's try and find square of 42. Square of 42. Let's do the next one now. Square of 40 is 1764. We'll try with you. Ma'am, video can be played. Ma'am, it's a you. What it is? मैम पहले बात या सुनिए लैपटॉप यार ये भी तो बुला दो एंड कॉल का बुलाना सर इसके टाइम में आ जाओ मेरे कोर्स पर्सन को कुछ हेल्प चाहिए नहीं चल रही यू कैन कॉल बोला है कोई शायद हाँ Are you calling? Yeah, yeah, he's talking. And on one volunteer to solve 43 square because the answer is so confusing. So who will come? Yes, ma'am. Please come. Rosemary? Nothing. Now, she can to present 43 square.
Square can be written as 3 minus 7 whole square. So square of 7 is 49. We are going to make half of 50, that is 25. So 25 minus 7 will be equal to 18. So the answer is 1,500.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very good. Okay, somebody wants to know 59 square of 59? Yes, ma'am. The last group is very active. Yes, ma'am.
Plus that. Right? Then you have to find out the half of 50, that is 25. 25 plus 9 is 34. So this is 34 and the square of 9. That is 3481.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Can we clap for her? Meanwhile, we are fixing this. Let's play one activity. Okay. So for this activity, I will be again calling 6 volunteers, and you will come here, and one volunteer will start framing a sentence of a story using maths, and the other volunteer will add the sentence and will add the story. Okay, I'm repeating. I will be calling 6 volunteers using my AMP box, and we will be framing a story. The story is of maths. So the first person will frame a sentence using something related to maths, and the next person will continue using any maths concept but related to the first statement. So story will not break. we have to use maths, vocabularies, and concept of maths. Are we ready? So let's call. Monica, multiplication, Monica. Decimal, Divya. Rational, Reena. Real, Radha. Radha ma'am, Reena ma'am, please come. Value, Vinita ma'am. Can I have all? Dimple ma'am is there, Radha ma'am. Vinita ma'am is here, Reena ma'am is here, and Decimal, Divya ma'am is here. Okay, so let's start with Dimple ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This will be good. Yes. Any story, it can start with you, it can start with my name, anybody's name. Okay, Monday edition went to his friend's subtraction. Borrow some money, but subtraction asked him to carry the bag. Okay. So after that, addition was, have addition. So he said, no, I'll not do that. So let me go to my other friend, that is multiplication. So he went to multiplication, he asked for the same. Let me open my bag.
सर ये जो रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही है वो पीछे से हो रही है हाँ
That I have to
है ना
take a number
हमें इनको नहीं करना था ना
which is that is a repeated division. Okay, so
बीच में
um,
so that you can be visible to
integration.
Can I? Yes, the multiplication said let's divide the work.
Yes, let's divide the work. So, division says equally among all.
Very fair. Very fair.
So, we came across number 35, which has been divided into 5 people equally. So, final answer will be 7.
So identify the dividend divided by question.
Let's have one more round. Logical learning. So we are calling logical learning. Seema. Oh, that's nice. Vedic Vibla. Super 6 in me. Smart Swati. One more round of story. We'll have. Shall I use your chair? Yes.
Same activity.
Same activity. Make it more interesting this time.
All right, it's ready.
All right, let's see. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yes, Noina started at 7:20. PDP session today. So from the Sundar 6, we had 45 teachers traveling here. So we nearly took 45 minutes to reach the venue. Was traveling at a speed of 40. Should I mean, I 80 kilometers per hour. And somehow the traffic policemen caught the buses. And all Namadi teachers and now all have been stopped by the traffic policeman and have asked the person in charge to come and get us ready. Report the training class.
दूसरी वीडियो कौन सी
So now we have everyone actually leaves before 9:30 here, and even the coffee is getting. So all the parties they all went. The temperature the temperature dropped, and even the traffic policeman got so confused with their mathematical languages. He was telling the language, and then he got so pissed off that he released all the teachers and said, "Tum to Mahan ho." Yeah. And Modi ji thought that I should go to Amity teachers and learn some mathematical tricks to run the country. So that was really wonderful. So we can clap for everyone. We were saved. Nice. Teachers, we can integrate language also in our classroom, and we can this way we can actually encourage children to put their imagination. We are the imaginative class correlates maths with languages also. Even we can do it, we can tell our parallel teachers, we can do these activities in Hindi also and in English. Conditions will be given as per your class requirement. So if you are teaching multiplication, you can tell them to use a concept of multiplication only. And yes, addition can be, for recapitulation, addition vocabulary can be added. So
Okay friends, so now this trick is for finding square of 3-digit numbers which have
which we will teach them.
Alright, so this is another trick of finding square of 3-digit numbers. Yeah, with 0 at the end. But it's okay. So the condition is that you have to square the 3-digit numbers 0 at the 10th place. So first example is 206. Finding the square of 206. So 0 is in the 10th
for
in the middle.
this I have to find square.
We'll be able to apply this trick.
We'll write it at the end. Now what will come here in the middle? For this middle number, I'm going to multiply
We are going to find the square of the first
multiplied by
digit 2,
6,
that is 4.
multiplied
Square
by
of the last digit
power
6, that is 36.
again.
Now we have to multiply 2 with
Into
6
is
with the
12,
power 2.
12 into
So
2
2
is
times 6 12,
24.
times
So I'm
2
going
is
to write
24.
20.
So the answer is
This is my final answer, 42,436.
Similarly, you can use the square
Example.
to find square of
So in this
409.
example, I have to
Square
find
of
the
4 will
square
be
of 409. So I'm going to
square
find
of 9
square of
will be
4. I'm
81.
going to find
4
square
times 9
of 9 also.
times 2.
Square of
So
4
4
is
times 9,
64.
36
Square
times
of
2,
9 is
72. You will write it here.
And now
Now,
for the
in
middle
case you
number,
have to
I'm
just
going to
use 2
multiply
digits
4
to write that
by 9
product.
multiplied by
If your answer comes
2.
as a
So that
3-digit
gives me
number, then you have to
72.
take the
So this is my
next number as a
final
carry
answer.
over. So we'll have a look at it and we'll do the next question.
167,281. Let's go to the final
Square of
example.
705.
So we have to find
So,
square of
yes.
705.
Square of 7 will be
Find
49
square of 7.
and
We'll
square of
find
5 will
square
be
of
25.
5.
7
So
times
7
5
square
times
is
2. 5 times 2
49.
is 10.
5 square is
70.
25.
There is no
Let's
number
find
to
the middle
carry.
value.
We'll have
That is
a
7
question
into
in the
5
next
into 2. We'll find
practice
these.
questions. This one. So here are a few questions for you to practice now. Okay, the first question. Let's see who can answer fast. 305. 93025. Okay. Square 505. 25575. 107. 49. Yes. Okay. So when you multiply 51, 7 times 9 times 2, 7 times 9 63, and you have to multiply 63. So your answer will be 126. You can write 26 in the center, 1 will go as the carryover. The answer will be 50281. Square of 403. Yes, 162409. I hope the trick is clear to everyone. Okay. Let's okay. Yes, if you write the circumference of an apple by its diameter. Yes, okay, so there are a few ideas of indoor games which you can play with your children. So these are the board games which we can design and we can give it to them because children, they love playtime. So when we give them these simple play board games to play, they learn also and they will play. And we can just develop it like for calculation tables if we have yes, for multiplication pages also. Similarly, how old is Mr. Winter? So this sheet can be developed. How old? There's many other questions like how old is my pet? What is my date of birth? How many best friends do I have? So children can create their own questionnaires, different set of questions, and get to the final answer. So they can create their questionnaire or a worksheet. They can give it to their partners. Their partners will solve and find the answer of this. Yes, it can be a pair activity or no activity. So one more activity I yes. No, we haven't done it. No, we have not. This is the little time. Again, we call the volunteers and they will make one riddle. We have already made one. I will odd number, take away one letter and I become even. What am I? The answer is 7. So you have to think as a group also, we can have this group activity. And you can think as silly as yes. You don't have to be logical as well. So let's do it group wise. Yeah. Let's take one riddle and we can come and present and ask the other group mates to answer. We'll be giving you these sheets. You can write it. Okay. Yes. Sketches you can make your activity look as interesting, as creative as you can. And I would like some oral work hints also. So our puzzle was I am an odd number, take away one letter, and I become even. What am I? The answer is 7. When you remove 7, if 1 equals to 3, 2 equals to 3, 3 equals to 5, 4 equals to 4, 5 equals to 4, then what will be the value of 6? Yes, mother. Yeah. Anyone else who's ready? Yes. I'll never reach because I rank with 8. You can easily get me if you multiply 3 and 4 and divide 16 by 2. I'm never You can easily get multiply me by 4 and 2. If you multiply 4 and 2, you divide 16 by 2. So by using the concept of and interdisciplinary integration is being amazing. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, our riddle is how do you change this one is for everyone. How do you change 98 into 720 using just one alphabet? How do you change 98 into 720 using only one alphabet? How can you change 98 into 720 using only one alphabet? Ma'am, I did answer. No, I did not yes. Okay, you just use the letter X between 90 and 8. So it becomes a good. One question. How 6 plus 7 is equal to 1? How 6 plus 7 is equal to 1? How? Yes, yes, sir. Basically, it is 6 a.m. plus 7 hours is equals to 1. So correct answer is 6 a.m. plus 7 hours is equals to 1. As please, I'm teaching याद करेंगे. At 5 and 6, I get 11 at 5 and 6, but when I add 7 and 6, I get 1. Who am I? Oh. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so everybody, the riddle is guess my birth date. Okay, so first hint for you all is the date is one less than the number of days in a week. Okay, the month is 2 times a day. December. Okay, and the year is square of 45. We just learned the play. Square of 45. Okay, so now how much? What is my age then? Old am I? Wonderful, wonderful. All right, teachers, all right, guys. Class, class.
Yes.
You have to take my room. All right. So let's get back to another sutra. Sutra number 5. Okay, we have done this one. Let's go to the next one. So this is one activity which you can do with your children, which they are sure you to enjoy. It's a place value classic. You can tell them to make it. You can make it with the children in the class. These are the steps I mentioned here. You have to take a colorful sheet of paper, draw 4 rectangles of any size, and you have to divide it like the way it is shown on the screen. Take a white sheet of paper, draw small squares to write numbers on them. Sure, we can make it. Step 3. Now with the help of any marker, write the numbers from 0 to 9 as shown here. With the help of you can sure, one to them, okay, please. Break shortly. We give you a quiz here. What if we give you a quiz based on what we have learned so far? I just want to see who all were paying attention to all the Vedic sutras we have learned so far. We can do the class activity later. Okay, there's one more sutra. Let's do the sutra and then we'll do the castle activity. So the precondition is to multiply the number slightly lesser than 100. Like 91, 98, any number in the 90s. Okay, so you have the condition applies to all those numbers which are getting multiplied by, for example, the number 93 is getting multiplied to 94, 99 multiplied to 98, 91 multiplied by 96, 99. So children get confused. Children think that okay, now there's a 2-digit multiplier, 2-digit multiplication. I'll be taking more time to solve. No, they won't be taking more time to solve. So the steps are you have to take a base of 100 and represent the number 93 and 94. 100, number 90. 100 minus 7 and 94. 100 minus 6. Okay. Now, while you can write the number 93 times 94, you can write the differences here in front of them. The difference of 93 with 107 and the difference of 94 with 106. You multiply the difference 7 times 6, 42. You write them here. And now you have to cross subtract. You can cross subtract 93 and 6, or you can cross subtract 97, 94 and 7. You will get the same answer. So when you cross subtract 93 minus 7, you get 86. You get 87. And the product is 8742, 8,740. This easy. Let's do one more question. The number is 99 times 98. Yes, that's right. Ma'am, how can you represent the number 99? 100 minus 1. And the number 98? 100 minus 2. What is the next step going to be? Yes, we have to put inside one. Right. Yes. So first we have to multiply the difference. 1 and 2. 1 times 2 is 2. But yes, 0, 2. We have to use the 2, the last 2 digits by the product. So we will write 0. We can't write just 2. 0, 2. And now cross subtract. 99 minus 2 will give you 97. Or 8 minus 1. That still give you 97. Which is the answer 9702. Let's practice now. 92 times 92. Ma'am, can you use the empty box and pause the picture here? A volunteer want to solve the question.
Rhombus Rocky.
Rhombus? Sorry?
Rhombus Rocky.
Oh my god. That's a lovely name. Rhombus Rocky. So you can also tell your children to name them mathematically and you can call them to the same name. Please, 92 times 2. If you're finding the square of 92, you will get it. I'm going to write a difference here, which is 64, and then I will cross subtract 92 minus 8. Right? So, which is going to be 80.
84. Am I correct? We have simply multiplied 92 with 70,000.
Yes. She's given a sad to herself. Thank you so much, ma'am. The next question, who can answer this one? 92 times 93. Yes, actually, ma'am. So 92 will be written as 100 minus 8 and 93 will be written as 100 minus 7. 8 into 7 is 56 and 92 minus 7 is cross 85.
855.
Fabulous. 92 times 94. Who can solve 92 times? So it's 8648. Amazing. 92 times 95. 8740. 92 times 97. See, we are not even taking more than 2 seconds to solve such a multiplication question. So our kids will surely be able to solve such questions, I think, in almost less than 5 seconds. So let's try one more trick, one more sutra. Okay, there was a joke. If I had 6 oranges in one hand and 7 apples in the other, what would I have? Big hands, of course. All right. So, these are a few suggested activities which you can do in your class, which you can use in your classrooms to teach the children, even if you're not teaching them. For example, if you make such protractor figure on the wall, on the floor, children are never going to forget that from where should I start if I have to measure the angle. How much they will have an estimation idea in their mind. How much is 10 degree, how much is 20 degree, how much is 45 degree. You know, it will be inbuilt in your kids. It's a concept of estimation with it. Similarly, you can use this activity on angles. I'll show you a video later. So you can do this activity on angles. You can teach them zero angle. The difference between zero angle and 360-degree angle. Children get confused. They are not able to recognize. Some common mistake which they do. The common errors which we are going to discuss in the end. So you can use such an activity to and make a concept of angles, the types of angles very interesting. All the types of angles can be made using this activity: reflex angle, acute angle, obtuse angle, and straight angle. So you can use such activities in the class. You can put it on the wall. Children can come and play with it, and playing makes the learning fun. Yes. So time for sutra set. We did one sutra in the middle, which I discussed with you on the board. Okay, so the precondition. Where did we use this with? We did one sutra in which we were multiplying, in which we could easily multiply numbers which are slightly lesser than 100. Now this trick will help you multiply numbers which are slightly more than 100. Like 104 times 103, 101 times 109, 106 times 107. Let's see. It's very much similar to the previous one. You have to take the base 100. For example, I'm multiplying 104 and 103. So you have to take 104 as 100 plus 4 and 103 can be taken as 100 plus 3. You will, this time you're not writing the differences, you're using these numbers, the adds. So you're going to multiply the adds 4 and 3, 12. Instead of cross difference, this time cross, yes, you are going to find the cross sum. You have to add it. Either you can add 104 and 3 or you can add 103 and 4. You will get the answer that is 107. This is such an easy trick, very similar to the previous one. You will never forget these two if you remember them in pair. So now we have one more example. So there's one more example, 107 times 104. 7 and 4. You have to multiply them. The answer will be 28. 107 plus 4 is 111. So triple one to it. 11,128 is the product of 107 and 104. In no time, you will be able to use this trick. Okay, let's use this trick. Some questions. Okay, number 1. Let's divide the questions. Please. Number number 1. Can you quickly tell me what is 102 times 104?
Yes. 104.
3. Yes, sir. 10807. D. Okay, E. Anyone? 11772. All right. Now can you move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
We have Okay, so there is one more trick. One more trick of dividing. You know, in mental maths quizzes, we ask them questions like, what would be the remainder if you divide 5361 by 9? This is a trick which is going to help you. This is called casting out nines. So, for example, the number is 4378 and I have to find the remainder. If you divide 4378 by 9, what will be the remainder? What will be the quotient? Finding remainder is really. Start by adding all the digits of the number. 4 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8. You get the answer 23. And then, now add these digits also to 4. Now see, how much is 4 less than 9? 5. So basically 4 is extra in the number. If you divide all the 9s, 4 is extra. The extra is the remainder. 4 is the remainder. And you can divide the number, whatever is left. Now to find the quotient, you subtract 4 from the number, original number, that is 4378. When you subtract 4 from 4378, you get 4374. And you can now easily divide it by 9 and get it. Right. So to find the remainder, it's really easy. You just have to add all the digits and get a one-digit number, and then see how much is, that number is actually how much is taking. That makes the remainder. No, you have to subtract and then divide. Subtract and then. All right. So, common errors. We want to learn from you. I will be posting a Padlet link in the group. And I want you all to give me a response. What common errors you people have observed that children make this mistake almost every time they do a question, a mathematical question, a fraction question, a percentage question, questions of measurement, metric units, anything related to maths, any concept related to maths. And there's a short URL also. If you're not editing the group, you can just. Yeah, I'll be sharing the link with everyone. And we will start. This week. So there will be a class sign. You all know how to use Padlet. We have used it in our online classes as well. And you write your names there. Yes. I'll open it here so that we can see your responses. And I have given my response. Yes. Yes. So I have given my response that children make a mistake while comparing decimal numbers. So this is our reflection Padlet. Yeah, I'll refresh. You want to say in the group?
Good morning, ma'am. She's almost done. And she closed. अच्छा मैंने कहा आपने इसलिए ना तो परमिशन दे कैन शी क्लोज ओके
Yeah, ma'am, can you tell me? All right. So Latika ma'am says the students forget to write their names. Adhika says confusion between place and place value. Yes, place value, place value. So the activity which we were supposed to do at that time, I'll show you the pictures. That activity is going to help them differentiate well between place value and place value. Okay, mistakes in place values again. Converting fractions to decimal. Yes. Comparing fractions with same numerator. So we have to tell them the fraction with a larger denominator is smaller, fraction with a smaller denominator is larger. Decimal place value. In subtraction, children forget when to borrow. Different units in value and numbers to always, yes. So they need to understand that they have to use the same value while they're adding. So if they're adding kilometer, they have to use both the units should be same. Yeah. They get confused with the place value of whole numbers and decimal numbers. Conversion of fractions to decimal and vice versa. Comparison of unlike fractions, yes. And we can use that trick also to compare unlike fractions. We can tell them the trick of cross multiplication. You cross multiply the denominator of that number, take this number there, take the denominator there, and they see which one is which. Left side is bigger or right side, then that fraction will be bigger or smaller. Yeah. Yes, all right. Thank you so much, everyone, for being such a lovely audience. And the channel is there with some feedback. We would love to have your feedback. We would love to improve since there is always a scope of improvement. And special thanks to Chairperson ma'am, Founder sir, Anita ma'am, Dal ma'am, Mukesh sir, our principal Divya Bhatia ma'am. Thank you so much. And thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Very thanks to Chairperson. She also joined the link. It's because of her guidance, her total vision that she wants to give her best to you. The beginning of the year. So I think you have a wonderful takeaway. Please give your feedback so that you can improve or you can learn and do implement all these learnings in the classroom. That's very, very important. Your children do commit the mistake and these tricks will help them to do the fast. So thank you to Chairperson ma'am and thank you to our wonderful students. And you can find many more.
Yes.
There are so many more to keep on exploring and learn everything. So that you can give something new to them. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Was there a session?
Questions?